Good, sir. I'll be with you.
Onions that'll even make your man cry like a little lass. Come and buy some.
Good day to you. May the Lord watch over you.
Flour, eggs, salt, yeast. Let it make it.
Pity on me, a poor wretch.
Hey, look out. Loud.
My lord, I'm afraid you were right when you said these hostilities wouldn't end at Probislavitz.
That comes as no surprise.
What has happened?
The men reported 2 more attacks today.
Ah, Henry. I'm glad you're here. It seems like we'll have another task for you. Come and join us.
My lord.
Greetings, lad.
The bandits raided a few remote hamlets, but that's the least of our worries. They also attacked Merhoyed, and that's a much more serious matter.
Merhoyed. Matthias is working there.
They attacked right after the battle in Probislavitz. Bastards were probably trying to prove they're still strong. But there's a silver lining. The villagers held them off, and they even took one captive. He's wounded, but we can still interrogate him.
Your Graces, I hope I'm not intruding.
On the contrary, Master Tobias. Unlike Bernard, you are the bearer of good tidings. Or so I gather from the coin you carry. Tell me, how many groschen did we find in Pribyslavitz?
My lord, I'm sorry, but my news is no better than Captain Bernard's. These coins are very good. That is to say, well-made facsimiles, as we call them.
What? I don't give a what you call them. I want to know what they're facking worth.
That's just it, sir. They're worth nothing.
Are you saying what I think you're saying, Master Tobias? This here
is just a pile of copper.
Kurva! Fuck!
Plated with silver, so it's still of some worth.
Kurva! Fuck!
Is it a lot of work to make such counterfeits, Master Tobias?
I should say so, sir. Highly demanding work. Especially to make such plausible forgeries. They would need a well-hidden foundry, several craftsmen, and a source of material.
But they could just be brought in from somewhere else, could they not?
Well, they could, but then again, the silver mines are nearby, and these groschen seem freshly minted, so...
So we are facing a foe who has almost limitless sources of coin. That's all we need.
Doppelder.
Well, gentlemen, it's clear what we have to do. Interrogate that captive bandit, find out their numbers, and promptly cut off their supply of money. Otherwise, they'll soon have another encampment.
If they haven't already.
I doubt it, sir. Merhayed wouldn't have been able to hold them off if they did.
Well, lad, I said we'd have work for you, but it never crossed my mind there would be this much. You've already proved your worth as an investigator, so I'm putting my faith in you again. Go to Merhayed and question that captive. Find out where those brigands are hiding, how many there are, and what they're planning. And while you're at it, see if you can find some clues as to where this counterfeit coin is coming from.
Very well, sir.
Good luck. We're counting on you. All of us. Come report to me as soon as you know anything. I'll be at the lookout point near Talmberg.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. What happened here?
Horror of horrors, Master. We were attacked by some bandits, and then the plague broke out.
Jesus Christ.
That's right. The Almighty has sent this punishment on us.
These bandits, who were they?
Some thieving rabble. What do I know? Maybe those damned Cumans. But they spoke Czech.
I'm looking for Matthias. I think he works at the stud here.
Matthias. Matthias? Wait, I know.
Not long.
Well, those bastards got him. He's laid up at...
Thank you. How did you manage to fight them off?
Well, we were lucky. Young Straw saw the gang a little way out of the village and ran to warn old Melikar. If it wasn't for that, none of us would be here.
Look.
They had no time for that. But they've left us with fresh graves. Young Straw himself got cut up something terrible, and a few others. We've a number of wounded. And now the plague to crown it all. Christ preserve us.
Melikar, Straw. Those names are new to me.
They're locals. Melikar's been in charge here since old vassal Smill from Neuhof passed away. May God grant him eternal peace. And Straw, that's the local woodsman. Poor fellow. The bandits killed his son, and his wife has the disease.
Where will I find Melikar?
If you stand at the main gate of the stables and look across the road, Melikar's is the house on the left.
I'd like to talk to Straw.
I see. Well, if you stand at the main gate of the stables and look across the road, you'll see Straw's house on the right.
And the disease? Tell me something about it.
I don't want to tempt fate by talking about it. Makes me shudder to think of it. There's not much to tell anyway. It hit us just after that rabble left. First the horses died, then livestock, and now it's people. Like Melikar's wife. Poor thing.
Thank you, that's all.
May the Lord watch over you.
Hal? You're a sight for sore eyes. What are you doing here?
It's good to see you too, Matthias. Sir Radzig sent me here to investigate the raid.
Sir Radzig? Looks like you've come up in the world, mate.
He took me into his garrison.
Hal, the blacksmith's boy, in the service of his lordship. Who'd have ever thought it? My luck hasn't been so good.
You survived. That's something to thank God.
True enough. If I were in your shoes, I'd get that
disease.
Folk are saying it's the plague. Whatever it is, it's bad. It started the day after the raid.
Oh, damn. Are you alright?
Well, at least I haven't caught the sickness. It happened during the raid. One of those damn bandits fell on me, horse and all. My arm's badly broke.
Tell me about the raid.
What do you want to know?
I hear one of the raiders was taken...
Aye, old Melechar let him have it over the head with a flail, and now he's locked up in the pot.
Why's that?
That fucker killed young Straw, and his old man's sharpening his sickle for him. Melechar still hasn't decided what to do.
I can tell you what he'll do with him.
I doubt Melechar will let him go willingly. The folk here are baying for blood. Lives have been lost. First the raid...
Can you describe the raid?
I don't know. They came at dusk, so you couldn't see their faces. About 20...
You talked to them?
No. They were shouting at us. They were very sure of themselves to begin with, but when we...
I know you've got courage enough for any man, but how did a bunch of untrained villagers...
One of the village lads caught sight of them coming through the woods and told Melechar, who roused the whole village, and everyone grabbed what they could.
What? You mounted in a...
Aye, and that was the key. It was the last thing those horse... A few of them still managed to break through to the village, probably wanted to torch it. But even the women here were armed...
About this sickness. When did this plague...
The day after the raid. The horses were lying down. By afternoon, they were all dead. Then other animals started getting sick. What
are the signs that someone's...
I don't leave the house much, but folk complain of fever and shakes. Some are throwing their guts up, and others are spewing from the other.
Has anyone died from it?
Aye, old Verba. Although he was already... Either way, the animals are dropping like flies.
Who's ill now?
I don't know. What with my arm the way it is, I don't go outdoors much.
Can I ask you a bit...
I haven't been here long enough to...
Can you tell me something about Old Straw?
He's a woodcutter, tough as they come, and a hothead. He's been out of his mind.
That's normal to grieve, though.
Depends how you look at it. Folk are afraid he'll snap or drink himself to death. What's worse...
Where can I find this...
When you take the main gate out of the stables, you'll see...
What's Melechar like?
The locals look up to him. Smill used to be in charge here, but he was killed in...
I know.
Sir Hanush hasn't had time to appoint a new vassal, and folk need someone to speak for them, so...
Thank God you had someone here.
Aye.
Where does Melechar live?
When you take the main gate out of the stables, you'll...
Good day to you. Take care now.
a car.
Aye, that's me.
I need to speak with the prisoner.
And why is that?
Henry, envoy of Sir Radzig Kobyla. I'm here.
I'm sorry. I have other things on my mind right now. In case you hadn't noticed, we have...
No news has reached Ratai of any disease here.
Well...
Tell me what to do.
There's a stable hand living with us here.
Yes, I know him.
And he knows some girl who helps out in the monastery infirmary. You'll hank her, I think, if she's actually...
I'm not going to run errands for her.
You call yourself a Christian. I hope if you think you'll get to talk with that prisoner, you'll...
Look here, I take back what I said. If I have to go to the monastery, I need to know as much as possible about...
It's hard to say. My wife is feeble. Others still are breaking out in sores. But why don't you see...
Very well, I'll make the...
I've daubed lime on the afflicted houses.
That...
For what? I've had enough.
It looks like he's caught that sickness. What am I going to do? If he dies, I'll be right back where I started. Jesus, he's sick too. I'll have to try and keep him alive. Jesus, he's sick too. I'll have to try and keep him alive.
Lord, please end this. Please, no more suffering. Lord, please end this. Please, no more suffering. The agony.
Jesus, he's sick too. I'll have to try and keep him alive.
Are you blind? For Christ's sake, there's people walking here.
Yeah. Yeah. A shame I can't swim. Yeah. 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 I don't know if you've heard about it, but Merhoy...
Oh, God! How is Matthias?
Wounded in the arm. He's being brave about it, but his injury looks bad. Before you go, there's something else.
What?
Some kind of disease has taken hold in Merhoyed. Their livestock has died off, and now the people are coming down with it too. I thought maybe someone here might know what to do.
Merciful heavens. How awful. It's a good thing you've come here. He may know how to deal.
Very well. I'll try to find him.
Come back when you know more.
Thank you, Johanka.
May the Lord watch over you.
I'm not needed here. I'm not needed here. I'm not needed here. He just needs to sleep. I'm not needed here. Everything here is fine. You're not from Skalitz?
No, but please help me. I can't.
What happened to you?
I was working on the building when the scaffolding.
Well.
Yes, that's what everyone tells me. But
Well, you're pretty battered, but...
Weeks? My God, I have to get...
What's the problem? Why can't you stay until you...
I have a family. I'm poor. It's only thanks to the building work that we can survive. And where can me and my wife go then? Who'll take us in?
Is there anything I can do?
When I was little, my father got trampled on by a horse, and an old hag from the village gave him some kind of purple herbs.
And do you remember what the herbs...
I don't. But there's supposed to be the whole cursed knowledge of the world.
I'll try to find...
Thank you.
Next time, come at a less ungodly hour.
Christ above!
What are you making such...
A fuss? Because of my leg, I have to... Hurts like fuck. And with everyone else moaning and groaning or not...
Maybe I can...
Oh, then for God's... next time, come at a less ungodly hour.
You're the one who's in charge...
Yes, I'm the infirmarius here. Time was I only had a few elderly monks who couldn't...
Monks so old they can't hold themselves up with their...
Oh, if that were the only bodily function they could control. But I shouldn't talk like that. It's a blessing to live to such an age.
How are the wounded?
Some of them are well taken. Others are dying here. It's a good thing we have Johanka here.
So you don't normally...
Well, there were accidents, of course. A broken leg, someone who'd been kicked by a cow or...
If only it had been a battle.
You were there? God be merciful.
How can I help you?
Have you talked to Johanka?
I did.
Well, if you know something about it, then go and take a look.
That's true. I'm the son of a blacksmith. But I have been around the...
Come and speak to me.
What do you think about the...
Baron von Berg? Well, the last time I saw him was when I was rubbing ointment on his...
I heard he's been here a lot lately.
Well, that's true. He comes to visit Johanka.
Thank you. Why are they so badly provided for? People are crammed in next to each other, and some... How is that possible? You're the
But I have no say in how much money... And because the abbot's away, it's still the same amount I had.
Can't you do anything?
Unfortunately not. The brother's in the cloister, and the custodian has enough on his plate with the chaos in the region. Besides...
And the local custodian? His crew has enough provision.
I tried him, but it seems he had some...
I can't believe your conscience lets you leave the Skalitz locals in...
I know. I'm shamed.
Even so.
You're not the only...
Do you know anything about...
I'm not an expert.
Well, one of the workers who was injured, he mentioned some...
Herbs.
Oh, purple herb.
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but you can have a look.
Some kind of disease. Johanka said that you might be able...
A disease, you said?
Intriguing?
I'm sorry. I didn't...
All right. The important thing is whether you can help us.
I can't say at this point. Tell me, has the whole...
No, I mean, not yet. Several households have.
Merhoyed? Isn't there a stud farm there?
Yes, there's a stud farm. And they've all died off. The horses, the...
That is most... sorry, I mean to say... Do you know the symptoms?
Yes, more or less.
Excellent. I have several extensive volumes here in the library.
Yes, I can.
Excellent.
How about some potion to induce heavy sleep?
Certainly. The old reliable.
Reliable?
Some of the brothers, and sometimes that's the only way to...
Thanks. So, where shall we...
Evidently there's something,
In the what?
The digestive tract, Henry.
Right.
The trouble lies between the mouth and the arsehole.
Uh-huh. Sure.
We can rule nothing out at this stage. You look in the breviarium de sickness causa. It's a renowned...
But I don't know Latin.
Fortunately for you, our brother librarian is translating these momentous medical works into the common tongue, so you can still be of use. Study the breviary carefully, and compare the symptoms with the recorded cases. That will guide us. I'll try the proven classics. There's truth in the old saying, Monasterium sine libri est sicut civitas sine opibus. A monastery without books is like a town without wealth. Peculiar case. Could it be? No, probably not.
I think I have it.
Yes? And what?
It's poisoning from tainted...
Really? That sounds rather unlikely. We shall have to prepare some medicine at once.
I could help with that.
Really?
Yes. I know...
An ordinary fellow who knows the arts of physic? Who would have thought it? Excellent. I'll give you the recipe.
I'll get started right away.
I, meanwhile, shall head straight to...
Merhoyed.
Oh, yes, Merhoyed. I'll take your hanker with me.
Thank you, Brother Nick. There's one man there who needs your care more urgently than anyone.
Out of the question. I shall spend time with the sick in all...